And hello everybody, welcome back. This is our new series. It's a live reaction, so basically after a live stream we're just going to come on and talk for 5 minutes about the game. Obviously today we witnessed Rangers beat Livingston 3-0, and I'm just going to give you my thoughts on the game and to basically break it down and talk about it, guys. But before we get into it, if you're watching this live, hit that like button, drop your thoughts and opinions down in the old live chat. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and if you're watching this on a replay, hit that like button and subscribe. So yes, it looks very, very good towards the end there. 3-0, 3 goals scored, and a clean sheet there for Rangers. However, it was quite hard for Rangers to get things going. As I said, at the first half, they only scored 1 goal, 1-0, and Livingston made it very, very hard for Rangers. But before we go into it, teams like Livingston, lesser teams, if you want to call them that, go into these sort of games against the old firm Rangers, Celtic, and just try and set up for a draw and just try and not concede goals. And basically, that's what you could see that they were trying to do, Livingston. They were just trying to keep it down to a draw, but their game plan went out the window pretty early on when, of course, Yanis Hadji scored the opening goal. It was a great goal by Yanis Hadji as well, and that really got the groove going there for Rangers, opening the scoreline. And I thought there was going to be more goals from there. But Livingston, credit to them. Again, they didn't change the way they were playing. They stayed resilient. They stayed hard to beat, compact at the back, and made it hard for Rangers throughout the first half. Rangers, after that goal, Yanis Hadji, of course, got injured. And then, he was then injured about a few minutes later. Played for a little bit longer, then was obviously replaced by Scott Wright. But yeah, Yanis Hadji looked pretty good, pretty bright for the first sort of 15-20 minutes that he was playing. Obviously got injured, then hooked off. But yeah, I don't think that one's too serious there for Yanis Hadji. But yeah, bright start there from him, and I hope he's not too injured and he can come back into the team very, very soon. Another player, especially in that first half, I want a big shout out to, that I thought was a star, especially for Rangers, was Calvin Bassey. Along that left-hand side, he was really causing Livingston problems, and I've seen it through pre-season for Rangers, that Bassey looked like a solid player going forward and defensively. So big, but so fast, and he was really causing Livingston problems that maybe he needs to do now is just sharpen up his final delivery quality. But he looked really, really good, Bassey, and he's really laying down a marker and saying to Barisic, look, I'm here competing for this place as well. He's 21, and he's looked really, really good there, Bassey, and that was throughout the whole of the game. And he was a man of the match contender for me, and I'll get to that in a bit later. But throughout the first half, again, for Livingston perspective, defensively organised, really, really did look compact, and even when Rangers scored that early goal, it's easy then to open the floodgates for those sort of teams. But they kept to the tactical side and did things in the right way and made it hard for Rangers to get any more. And Rangers probed. They weren't at their best performance, Rangers, in the first half. As I said, when the first goal went in, I thought there was going to be more to come. There wasn't that much. The quality wasn't there. The possession was there. Rangers had loads of possession in that first half, but no real chances. Maybe Joe Aribo should have made it 2-0. But look, that's being a bit picky. Good save by the goalkeeper. But yeah, that was good. Defensively for Rangers, again, they had all of the possession in the first half. But didn't let any. I don't think John McLaughlin even had a touch. I think a few players passed it back to him. But that was it. They didn't cause John McLaughlin any problems. I don't think John McLaughlin even did anything in the whole game. So that just goes to show the way that game sort of went for Livingston, that they were there just to go there and try and get a draw, basically. And no quality from them going forward. So then we got into the second half, and it was much of the same from Rangers. Rangers were very, very good with the ball, had the ball possession-wise, but no real quality in the final third. And then as the game just progressed, Livingston made changes. However, they just looked dead on their feet. They really did. They just got tired, and bang, it was a really, really good goal for the second one for Scott Wright. Came in there. Tavernier did a bit of footwork into the danger area. Kent couldn't get a shot off. Come back to Tavernier, then to Scott Wright on the outside of his foot, pinged it into that top left. And Rangers, that from that moment on, they had won the game, because it gets a bit late. So when you're playing these sort of lesser teams from a Rangers perspective or a Celtic perspective, when it's just 1-0 and you play it to the 80th minute, you get to the last 10 minutes, the team grows in confidence. Well, the opposition team grows in confidence, and and then they could usually maybe nick something and punish you on a counter attack and win the game, or get a draw, or get a point. But it was good to see that Rangers didn't allow that to happen by any means. I mean, to be fair, Livingston just didn't have the quality for me, nor the energy to try and go and find a goal or anything like that. So they didn't do too bad there, Livingston. But Wright came in, and Rangers got that second goal and really sealed it off. And then towards the end, of course, Roof got a poacher's finish and put a bit of gloss on the scoreline. As I said, 3-0 on the day. Maybe Livingston maybe didn't deserve a 3-0 defeat, but look, a bit of gloss on there and it looks good. And Rangers are now, of course, first game into the season, important, and have won the game. And it was a good performance by Rangers, really, really was. And what a great start to the season from Rangers, and that's what it's all about. I was going to say as well, as I said, there's more to come from this Rangers side. As I say, in pre-season, looked impressive Rangers towards the end. However, this is the first game of the season. There's a lot of players still to come in. The likes of Alfredo Morelos, Borna Barisic and co. There's so much more to be seen. This is just the start for Rangers, and a pretty good start. They've obviously got the Champions League qualifier next against Malmo, which is a very, very important game for Rangers. What an exciting time and an exciting month. And I think now Rangers will go up the gears and show that more quality. But first game, 3-0. I don't think Rangers fans can be too disappointed. From a Livingston perspective, as I said, Livingston, I don't think are going to be in trouble this season. I think I put them in my prediction video to finish 9th. I think they're going to avoid relegation pretty easily. Obviously, they've got their home park as an advantage when they're playing. But again, they looked really well defensively organised, maybe a bit of quality in different games. But if they can keep, really well drilled in those games against the Old Firm and try and keep the scoreline down, or even try and play for a draw, then I think they're okay. Honestly, I think Livingston will be okay this season. As I said, early on in their season as well, when they get a bit of energy in the legs, they might not be dead on their feet towards the end. That's that one for me. I'm going to give my man of the match, and I would say in that game it's Calvin Bassey. Calvin Bassey really, really looks good. As I said earlier on in the video, I think he's really laid down a marker to say to Barisic, look, I'm coming for you, man. And that's what you want. You want competitive in all positions, even a left back position. And Bassey just looks so strong. He's such a big guy, and the speed he moves at just doesn't make sense for me. It really doesn't. He looked so good. That's an exciting spark for Rangers to have, definitely, with the amount of games that are going to come, because there's going to be time for Barisic and Bassey to both be playing. So that's an interesting one. But before we wrap up though, guys, I'm just going to take a few questions. Maybe that might spark me into a little conversation that I can. RFC55 says Sakala struggled to get into. Surprise, really didn't. It was ready for it and should have played. Again, mate, it's with them sort of games, especially with like Sakala, I don't think that game really suited him. It was a really nitty-gritty game where it's just about breaking the block. His time will come, especially in the European matches. But look, he didn't really have enough of the ball or anything to really showcase of what he's got. But look, it is what it is. He was. I mean, it just didn't really suit him, and you're going to see a bit more from Fashion Sakala, I'm sure, especially in those European games. But this is a big match anyway. Take a few more questions or statements. Billy Duncan says, think the boy Nicky Devlin was lucky to get that kick while he was on the ground. Yeah, again, I don't know why I don't know why Nicky Devlin was doing that. stupid from a Livingston perspective. Why? I know it was towards the end of the game, but why are you kicking players? Because you get a red card, he's out there for 3 games if he got an instant red there. So he's lucky, and he could have caused his side a problem in the next game. But yeah, I'm not sure why Livingston were doing that. But guys, as I say, a very, very interesting first game for Rangers, 3-0, and I think there's more to come from this side for sure. I think Hadji will be okay. Yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little reaction video. Probably do them after every single live stream I do. See how it goes. But thank you for tuning in. If you're watching on a replay or live, thank you for tuning in. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And yeah, thank you for tuning in, guys. I'll see you all in the next live stream for Rangers, which would be Rangers versus Malmo. Take care. Look after yourselves. Peace.